There is no doubt that Brexit has been dominating the headlines over the past year, but housing issues haven't gone away. The Chartered Institute of Housing's chief executive, Terrie Alafat CBE, tells us of the challenges as well as the triumphs for the housing sector over the past year and their aims for the future.
Housing issues are normally never far from the headlines. The sector faces many challenges, and in this past year, one story has overshadowed everything else.
Brexit has dominated the political agenda, and this has created uncertainty for housing organisations, which means that for many reasons they are putting some plans on hold, they're not investing as much as they might be investing, and that means we're not delivering as much housing as we need as soon as we should be.
And it's estimated we need to be building between 90 and 100,000 social rented homes each year.
And this is one of the biggest housing issues facing this country. And when we say affordable, we mean truly affordable housing. And for the Chartered Institute of Housing, this means social housing.
For many, though, the only option is to rent privately. But 90% of the private rented sector is unaffordable to those on the lowest incomes.
Welfare policy has had a significant impact on people's ability to access and rent in the private rented sector in particular. What does this all mean? Well, it means increasing homelessness, and it also means increasing poverty if we look at the statistics around people approaching food banks.
So the challenges remain, but what have been the housing success stories from this past year?
We were very pleased that government agreed to actually release local authorities to be able to build more homes by getting rid of the borrowing cap. Also, we're very pleased by government's proposals to scrap Section 21, the no-fault evictions, and the Homes Fit for Habitation Act, which will provide additional safeguards. And I would also say that on homelessness, government has begun to take some steps, particularly on rough sleeping.
But with 165,000 social rented homes lost in the last 6 years, it's clear what the Chartered Institute of Housing sees as the priority for the future.
We must see more investment in social housing. This means that government can take its overall housing investment and shift more of that investment from the private sector into the social sector. We think it can be done. Alongside that, we need to stem the loss of social housing from the sector. So we have also asked government to suspend the right to buy. One of the other aims is that I want to make certain that social housing and social housing providers, that the wider contribution that we make to communities is recognized.
And as the government renews its case for professionalism in social housing, the Chartered Institute remains committed to providing everyone involved in the sector the advice, support and knowledge to be their best.
Anyone working in housing should feel really lucky about the opportunity we have to have such an impact. But if we get it wrong, then of course it also has consequences. So we're really pleased that professionalism is back on the agenda, and now it's up to the Chartered Institute to make certain we do our job to support people working in housing, because ultimately it's about our tenants and residents trusting in what we do.